guys, Dad Dash here, coming to you with a video today, and it's not my normal style of video. Normally I like to talk business, but I thought, you know what, today I'm gonna give some advice. I'm gonna give some friendly advice to some people out there that I think, or to an individual out there that I think is in over their head, right? They don't know where they're at. They don't know where their surroundings are. They don't know who they're hanging out with. And I'm going to give some advice because I've been there. And, I see what's going on. And hopefully this individual listens to what I have to say, takes action, and doesn't make any mistakes here with what they do next with this information I'm going to provide them. So who am I talking about? I'm talking about a young man that mentioned me in a video today, tagged me in a video, whatever you want to call it. His name is Gig, Drive, and Thrive, or Thrive and Drive, or one of those variations. But this young man is making some mistakes out here right now, making some big mistakes because he's got some people around him. He's hanging out in places that he doesn't understand, right? Because he hasn't been around. Right? I'm sure he's been watching to some capacity, but he doesn't understand the place he's at right now. And I'm not sure, maybe we've all read him wrong. Maybe the video that broke him, that Pedro gave him the attention to his channel, maybe that video wasn't real. Maybe he's all about drama. Maybe he's all about hate. Maybe he's all about personal attacks. I don't know. But he's doing the same things that these other guys on this other side are doing, where they're calling out other people for the things they're doing. And if you decide to go hang out in a chat, if you decide to make comments in a chat, if you decide to endorse a channel or a creator that's making personal attacks on other creators, then you, my friend, are guilty of doing it yourself as well. You're guilty of where you hang out. And YouTube is about entertainment, but I'm here to tell you, Geek, Thrive, and Drive, listen, you're hanging out in a place where they're not dealing in fantasy. Jeff Thomas Black genuinely believes he's part of a labor movement. He is going to attempt to use you where he's at. He believes he's going to shut down DoorDash. It was never more apparent or interesting than when you watch the end of the interview last night, or I don't know if you call it an interview, the discussion between he and Torp. And it's going well. And then Torp's like, Jeff, where are we going with this? And Jeff holds up his phone and says, we're going to turn off the apps. And Torp's kind of staring at him like, what the hell are you talking about? No, Jeff, I mean, where are we going with this? Like, where are we going? Who are we getting to next? Who are we going after next? And Jeff's like, we're going to do the great turn off. We're going to go and hold our phones up and log out. It's a great log out. And Torp's still looking at him like, what? And eventually they just kind of like didn't really address it. It just kind of was this awkward moment. And Torp was getting upset because it was like, Jeff, you're not hearing me, man. Like, cut with that bullshit. Torp's message to Jeff was like, all right, all that bullshit about ending door, like, I hear you, brother, but look, there's other stuff out here. There's creators I want to attack. And Jeff was tone deaf to it because Jeff's obvious mission is to attempt to convince Dashers to turn the app off and move on from gig work. So as you stand there in his live, as you associate yourself with him, eventually you're going to get asked to start endorsing that message. And then you've got to decide as a driver who's out here driving in a space that's supposed to be about helping and discussing and sharing how we can be successful out here. Is that the message you want to adopt? And when you decide it isn't, because you will, you're going to go under attack too. So my advice to you is this: make sure you don't give up any personal information while you're over there. Okay? Limit it. Even something as basic as your name, even something as basic as your phone number. They're going to take it. They're going to use it. If they don't have something, they will create something. I don't know what the end game is over there. I don't. But I do know that a lot of the people that are dealing with him, are sitting over there with him, are not understanding the full message that he's trying to put forth. And he's mad at me because I went out and spoke about that. And I did it in a way that was like, oh, wait a minute. And he's like, no, that's not how I wanted to deliver it. I still need to manipulate a whole bunch of people over here around me. And you're one of them that's getting manipulated. and you want to come to me and lecture me about personal attacks, you're behind. I'm not mad at you. I don't know you. And I understand you're looking at this from someone who isn't informed, but I would encourage you to take some time and really dig into watching some of the stuff that's going on. But even if you did that, you still won't appreciate it, because you're going to hear Jeff Thomas Black blathering on with a lot of lies, a lot of entertaining lies, a lot of things that are not true. And that's what he's so mad about, because see, I know that almost like 85, 90% of what this guy's putting out there as far as his end place. Like, all right, all these things exist. AI exists. The app exists the way it exists. It's a tough app. It's designed to exploit, et cetera, et cetera. So then you go, Jeff, where do we go? And he says, turn off the app. We're going to take it down. We're going to destroy it. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to happen. The app won't get destroyed. You're not going to get enough dashers. So you go, wait a minute. You believe that if the small amount of dashers that exist on GigTube, if they turn their app off, you think that's going to bring DoorDash down? You think that's going to expose something? You think the guys that are running around on TikTok, that when we get labeled the social media GigTubers or gig workers, you think we carry the weight to go in there and say, hey, everybody, storm the gate, delete the app. It's the great delete. Nobody cares. No one cares. Glitchgate was a great point for everybody to fight about. Glitchgate was a great place for creators like Torp, who do a hell of a job creating entertaining content. Before you start calling people out on personal attacks, understand where you're at, what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, because what I'm doing in those chats is not anything close to what those individuals do on a daily basis on their channels, where they're attacking me, they've attacked my family, they've attacked, and I've just kind of let it fly. Let it fly. It's YouTube. They've gone in there, they've tried to use all this stuff. But for you to sit up and start wanting to call me out in a chat and then go take me in a video and call me out, come on, man. You're making yourself look foolish. People see you in those chats. People see your comments. People see you joking around. And then you sit there making a foolish video like that, calling out the trolls. Are you kidding me, man? Educate yourself on why those trolls are upset, why there are people that are upset, why people put space between themselves and Eli. Look at how he treated some of those people who have disabilities, and he said things to them that were horrific. He did that, and he will do it again. And that's where, to me, you go, okay, what are we associating? And why are you defending? And why are you getting on people who you don't understand their journey? And you're going to sit there and attack them because you think it's a game. And to them, it wasn't a game. To them, things went off YouTube. That's why they're there. And what they're really trying to do is they're trying to warn you. So read the tea leaves. Look around. Know your surroundings, as Torp would say. Know your surroundings. Because you're right now not completely up to speed on everything that's going on. And I don't want to see you find out the wrong way. I don't want to see someone else walk into that trap, which is why I have attempted to bring light to it. I've gone on the lounge. I've spoken about it. And the more I speak about it, the more they come at me. The more they try to vilify me or try to attack my credibility. But I will stand here and speak, because guess what? Contrast wins always. Contrast wins the day. And over time, contrast will win. Over time, you will see that you attacked the wrong person in the chat last night. Over time, you will see that you're hanging out in the wrong spots. Everybody shows their true colors. And the truth always wins out at the end of the day. And because I sit in truth, I sit surrounded by truth, and I've spoken my truth, I know that I win and will win at the end of the day when contrasted against those people over there who sit in fear, who sit in nonsense, who live in a fairy tale place, who make up things to justify why they're not doing something as well as others, who attack others, who spend their time watching other people's work and taking apart other people's work because they're jealous. It's a really nasty place to be at right over there. I would encourage you to reconsider, man. Reconsider where you're at. So please, heed my advice. head over to the lounge and have a conversation with Mr. Flex. Mr. Flex is good people. And you go over there and you're gonna get the real. And you're gonna be able to start figuring things out on your own. Anyways, that's all I got to say. Hopefully this message lands okay. And if it doesn't, well, that's okay too. But at least I tried. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, stay safe, stay profitable, and Dad Dash will talk to you.